Alright, I'm back. I'm building Beskar armor. Beskar? Anyway, I'm building that armor. And it's in the shot. I can't look at it yet. Yeah, so I forgot to do an intro. So the armor is behind me all built. Not the whole thing, but a few parts and the helmet. And I'll show you guys how I got that to that point. Man, I'm so out of practice here. I feel so awkward. I can't even look at you in the face. That's why I'm wearing glasses. Anyways, it's stealth from Heroes Workshop, and I forgot that too. You can see how rusty I am. But yeah, I'm building Mandalorian armor. I don't know why I dragged the A. It was a great show. Reignited my love for Star Wars, which wasn't there before. So I don't know how I could reignite something if you don't love it. Anyways, I digress. I'm doing this intro now because I forgot, so here's the video. Also, wait, if you want to build your own Mandalorian armor, I have files on heroesworkshop.com. And if you're new to Pepakura and foam, I have a video that I made. It's very in-depth. It's like 2 hours long. It's on my channel already. It'll teach you the basics of applying those Pepakura templates to foam, and you can build cool stuff like I usually do on my channel when I'm here. But I'm building this full armor. You'll see. Trust me. Or else I wouldn't be wearing this hat. This is my 2010 Stealth Serious cosplay building hat. It's back. Is there anything else I gotta do for the intro before I forget? Yeah, I don't even care anymore. I'm not even doing takes and all this cuts and stuff. I'm just going off the cuff from now on. Hope you like it. Let's go. This is not the way. And why I say this is the helmet's too big. So when I was building it, I noticed it was a little too big, but I just kept building it just to finish up all some of the parts, so that way I could see how they went together, so that way the next time I build it, there's no guesswork. But yeah, look at this thing. Boba Fett. Okay, so I'm still cutting out the parts here on the second helmet, the proper fitting one. So I just want to show you guys the visor material I'm going to be using. It's one of those sun visor hat things. I've already removed the headband part. You can get this on Amazon. I left a link in the description so you can get one of your own. They're pretty cheap, a lot cheaper than those safety visors a lot of people use for those Mandalorian helmets. Okay, so what I did was I already kind of traced the visor shape on here. I tried to line it up as close as possible. I just traced the outline carefully, and then I made a border around the outline. That will be the area where I actually put the glue on and then stick it on the interior. So I'll just build the rest of the helmet and then I'll show you later on how the visor goes in. Okay, so I'm back at this point here. I made new templates and I traced them out, cut them out, and all that, put it on the foam. I actually edited the model, so when you guys get the model and download it, it'll have all the adjustments and it should be easier to put together. Okay, so I built the new helmet. This one fits a lot better. Fits me perfectly. Right now it's looking like those things from those Reapers from Blade 2. Okay, so the next part's done. Side details. Simply just cut them out, glue them on, offset this little piece here. This is a little bit higher than this. And that's pretty much it. Just stuck them on. Easy enough. Okay, so the helmet's built. But before you can seal the helmet before paint, I'm going to sand down all the seams that you see on the dome here. So that being said, I'm just going to sand the seams down with my palm sander with 120 grit sandpaper. Then I'm going to go over the seams again with 240 and then quick seal, sand the quick seal lightly, and then use the sealer, and then I can paint it. Sounds good. Let's go. Okay, so the helmet's all sanded. There's some rough areas from the sanding. Even though I use 240, it's like really smooth even for 240 on foam. But I don't feel the seams hardly as much. Before I seal it, I'm gonna heat seal, also slash heat heal. Heat heal meaning like there's a lot of roughness and the heat will kind of heal the foam and close up all the little bumps. Like it's not gonna do it like perfect, but it'll reduce it a lot. So you just take a heat gun like I always do and just go over all the areas that you sanded and even the other spots of the helmet just to give it a uniform kind of heat seal before we actually seal it with the sealer solution. Remember to always keep the heat gun moving so you don't burn the foam. Okay, so now that I heat sealed, heat healed, I like to call it, I'm just going to use the quick seal, like I said, and just fill all those little imperfections. And then sand that quick seal lightly, and then we can seal and get ready for paint. Okay, so the helmet's ready to seal. I have my PVA glue mixture mixed with water. I think the ratio is like 2 to 1. 2 parts glue, 1 part water. But you can play with that ratio for the consistency that you like. And we have a foam brush. I find foam brushes better for doing this versus a bristle brush. Bristle is going to leave streaks. This does a pretty good job of reducing those streaks. And then just simply take the mixture and just put it on the helmet. I always put just 1 coat, seems to be enough. And it should be good. That's gross. What do I do now? Alright, give me some airtime. See my face. Uncle Handsome's back. I'm just kidding. I heard The Rock say that the other day. I've been trying to find a good spot to get light, but this shop sucks. But anyways, yeah, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, somebody the other day was like, "Hey Stealth, how do I support your channel?" And I'm like, well, okay, no one really asked me that, but if you want to support Heroes Workshop, hit like, subscribe, set notifications, comment, do all that stuff. You know, usually YouTubers, they put that in the middle of the video, but sometimes I always forget. So I just usually just save it to the end, but for some reason they do it in the middle. Hit like, do all that stuff. I'll just wait here. Just do it. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe too. I'm watching. I can hear it. See? Okay, so I sprayed the helmet with the floor wax. It's all dry. Looks really good. I never used this before on painted foam, and it looks fantastic. Looks really good. It looks a lot better in person, actually. Looks really shiny. And I guess I'll do this for the rest of the armor. Okay, so I'm just mixing this black acrylic, like I said, and I mix it with water in this cup. And it just needs to be like a watery consistency, because you don't want it to be too thick or it's going to actually stick too much. And it'll be hard to wipe off. Okay, I'm just going to try it in this area here and hope for the best, like this whole section here. I'm trying not to go on too much on the surface, because then it's going to be so dull. I usually just go over the whole helmet when I do weathering like this, but this one's really, I gotta be really careful with this one. I just want it to run where the actual grime would actually go into somewhere, some of these areas. If you want to take off some, just remember, just use some water before it dries. So you can kind of subtract. Okay, so all the weathering is done, and the helmet still looks shiny, so I didn't ruin it. Hooray! And I've seen it in the show, it does get pretty dirty. But also, you know, like I said, I didn't want to kill the shine. So, all in all, it turned out nice. I know it works for next time. Alright guys, that's the build so far for the Mandalorian Beskar armor. Beskar? Biscuit. Biscuit. Like from Red Lobster. So good. Like, remember to use the Pepakura for foam cosplay tutorial, and it teaches you how to use Pepakura Designer and templates and how to use them with foam. That'll get you started and you can build cool stuff like this. Remember to like, subscribe, comment down below. What are you going to comment? I always say that. What do you guys usually comment? Like, nice job? That's cool too. That motivates me. Or anything else? Any questions or anything? Okay, I'm going to keep building it. I'm going to keep filming more progress, and I'll show you guys all that stuff when I'm back in the next video.